Welcome to the Blue Madness podcast, a production of Dodgers 2080. This is Tim Rogers. Yes, it does rhyme with Dodgers. And we are here to talk about the 2024 World Series champions, the Los Angeles Dodgers. Let's go. So, of course, the big news is that Roki Sasaki is going to get posted. Holy smokes. Obviously a BFD for us folks in Dodgerland. It's huge. When I first made the thumbnail, I didn't know he was going to be getting posted, but I got to crack one open here. It's the Dr. Pepper Zero. But with my NHRA thing covering it. By the way, next weekend, on probably Saturday, I will actually be at Pomona. In Pomona. Just go. Let's go. Just go to this. Go to the NHRA finals. It's drag racing and not the RuPaul kind. It's 10,000 horsepower per car going down the drag strip in some cases. You do need to bring a lot of ear protection. Highly recommend going. If there's enough people, we'll do a meetup. It would be awesome to get you guys going there because it is the best. I actually love it. Sometimes I would actually choose it over going to a baseball game, but not all the time. Not all the time. Some of these baseball games have been very special. So, my man Showtime LA, of course, in the house. He's ready for Roki Mania for sure. Mr. John Rod is ready to order his Sasaki jersey for sure. Let's see. Yes, and good morning, Mr. Classic. Let's see. Oh, Sammy Boy Smith getting all into it, going, hey, I'm ordering my 2025 Dodger World Series Championship shirt. Double XL, tall side. Let's go. Let's see. Mr. Classic, my other Japanese source also tells me it's done. He's a Dodger. Let's go. Yeah. I was going to say 50%. It's got to be over 75%, right? I think the challenge is the Padres are going to make a push. He allegedly he loves him some Darvish. Whatever. They all say that. We know Shohei loves Darvish. Every Japanese player admires Yu Darvish. So there is nothing new under the sun. Okay, folks? So that's just kind of the way it is. So we're going to just be real happy with what it looks like is going to happen. And so I think things are going to start getting hot. You know, we see the Willy Adames stuff. I'm not as sold on Adames as y'all, and it's not because I don't like Adames. I mean, but you know, we'll do a little deep dive into him. In fact, I'll be doing a separate video on him for sure, where I'll spend good one of those. It'll be part of the "It's Not My Money" series. Hopefully, you guys are looking at those. And I also released a video about running it back, and we can talk about that too. It's all good. And now's the time. Now's the time. No one's wrong here. No one's wrong. It's opinion. So let's enjoy that. Unlike what we have seen with what happened this Tuesday, where everyone's freaking out and ignoring people about what they feel, about what they actually saw, and accusing people of this, that, and the other. So we're going to do, at least on this channel, we're going to do well with that. Okay. Okay. Showtime's he's got it planned. Oh man, I'm all in. Here we go. If you haven't seen it in the chat, from my man, Showtime LA, Soto, Roki, Adames, Fried, Bueller trying to go full scorched earth, assemble the Death Star. And Teo. I'll pull the thing up on Teo for sure. Or on Soto. I'll start looking at that. Let's see. Oh yeah, the liking the Lakers and Dodgers, but they're gonna play that game. Remember he's a Boris guy. Boris gonna go play in that field as much as they can, and they should. They need to get all they can. But I tell you, one of the reasons that you can't put anyone um, out of the loop of being a possible Dodger is because there's more to being a Dodger than just the money. And I wrote it actually when I responded to John Heyman. John's been really cool. He's been like liking my stuff and responding. So I'm a Heyman dude on that. Let me try to get this thing fixed so that you can see what you need to see. Um, I know some people, hopefully this early stuff isn't a bothersome thing, but I got to take advantage of the times when I can. My wife's out, so I don't lose spending time with her by doing this. That's one of the things I don't like to do is take time away from my wife. Okay. It's about Roki, right? And hopefully everyone can see this. Yeah, it's about Roki from John Heyman. Star Japanese pitcher Roki Sasaki is heading to MLB. Dodgers considered favorites again. And then I wrote the Dodgers have become a top preferred destination. More exposure, consistent leadership, always a contender, historic, best home uniforms, and extra dollar opportunities. And there's more. Oh, and then Splice TV, whoever, I don't know who that is, but good call. Close flight to Japan. Very, very true. So, let's go. That's that's what I got. That's kind of the main. That's where I'm at right now with Roki is let's go. Um, and it is time. I think things are going to accelerate pretty quickly. That's just a prediction. I'm just trying to read the tea leaves a bit. I think the Dodgers know players that they want to get already, and I think some of them are to bring some guys back. I really believe that Teo and Bueller are high priorities. No sources. Not lying to you. Okay. Let's see. Good morning, Dodger Blue LA. Legend of Krakatoa. Always love content. Can't wait for the Dodgers. First signing. Let's go. Yep. When you get the chance, can you talk about Peter Hubick? I'm a huge fan. Oh, very good. So I interviewed Peter a few months ago. If you go on to my channel and do a search, you will see a good interview. It was about a half hour. Peter's great. Yeah. First of all, I'm a big fan of him as a human. He's a good dude. Um, Always been very friendly. When I first met him, right off the bat was really friendly, and I always appreciate that. But also, he is, yeah, he's coming out of high school, right? A tall, long, and lean guy, and he's putting on the muscle. He's putting on the weight. He's getting the man strength. I mean, he's hitting high 90s now, and he's got a wicked curveball. I think he's really an important someone. I have a feeling they're going to protect him. It would be criminal if they didn't protect him and somebody drafted him and put him in the major leagues. He's not there yet. It's been a slow thing. The Dodgers take their time with the high schoolers for good reason. You have to do that. You have to do that. So yeah, there's a I thought it was a great interview. I mean, Peter's great. I just asked the questions. You're on the Rookie of the Year train for Roki, Ohtani, Yamamoto. Let's just go. Let's go. I mean, and no, it becomes um the what do we talk? Was it Three Ninjas? Something like that. We talked about that with when we talk about Imanaga or maybe his So yeah, Peter Hubick's a really good. I think he's a really good prospect, and I think he's underrated. And I think the Dodgers value him a lot. Darvish definitely an influence, but the Padres don't hardly have anything in the international pool money. They're hoping that it goes to the next pool, and I think that let's be honest. I'm going to try to be as objective as possible with them Padres. Um, they have become a team that is a direct competitor to the Dodgers. They're good. They gave us a roll. Gave us a roll. Oh. This just came up. Let's see if this. I don't know how true this is. Here we go. It is noted that Roki Sasaki would fall under the 2024 bonus pool. So that the Dodgers have the largest remaining international signing pools left, meaning they could make the largest offer to him. Bingo. And then it goes further. This is Mark Bartlett. According, and this is in my chat that I follow, that I'm in. According to Jeff Passan, the timing of Roki's posting, which hasn't been determined yet, will determine whether he enters the blah blah blah. He has a 45-day window to sign with the Dodgers. Let's go. So, if this is true, folks, if this is true, who is Mark Bartlett? He's a blue check husband, dad, diehard Padre fan. Okay, I don't know how well he's where he's at. I guess it depends on when he's posted. But if he's posted now, he's coming. So I'm gonna ignore that guy. He's a Padre fan wondering what's going on. He's not. I think he's just trying to read into some stuff. So if anyone has any further information on that, of course, hit me up. Hit it up in the chat. Let's see. Darvish is a big influence, of course, but what is more influential, I think, is all the things the Dodgers bring. The Padres are a competitor. Yes, they are. But let's go straight up. I'm going to go where things matter. Those uniforms are trash. The Padre home uniforms are absolute garbage. They are ugly. They had a chance to make those things look good. They actually, the colors that they were using when they had the 2016 All-Stars, that was the right thing. All you had to do was put a freaking red number on the front, and you had one of the better uniforms. But instead, it's just ugly. The Dodgers, come on, it's perfect. That jersey, the home jersey, is the definition of perfect. I think the only ones to me that come close are the Cardinals. I really like the Cardinals. When I actually had one of my Little League teams, I had the Cardinals because I wanted to be their uniform. Of course, I did the Dodgers once for each boy, but I'm not one of those. I wasn't one of those Little League guys that go, "Oh, we're always going to be the Dodgers." It's not fair to the kids. You try to teach them about something other than, you try to teach them about baseball, not just your team. So that's how I rolled. And and one time, my son got, when I wasn't the coach, was on the Giants. Yes, I have a Giants hat. But the good thing about that one was my youngin', everyone wanted Barry Bonds as number 25, right? This was back in the day. My son was the smart one. He picked 24. Let's see the right field. Yeah, it was the right field pavilion that said about on the Rookie of the Year train. Let's go. Let's see. Showtime. Hope kind of started slumping in the AFL after Scorch. That's okay. The talent's there, right? Talent's there. Yu Darvish tried courting Yamamoto. How'd that work out? Yu Darvish tried to court everybody. He wanted all those guys. He was pissed off they didn't get Yamamoto and/or Ohtani. He was pissed off. Let's see. Oh, man. Yeah, he is. He wants all those guys, and Preller, I don't know if he can deliver those guys. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. No, that was different. Rookie of the Year. I know. Don't worry about it. Yamamoto was 25. And he very well could have been Rookie of the Year if he would have stayed healthy. That'll be either Skeens or Jackson Merrill. Either one's well deserving. Saki is the low salary. And that is important. If he's posted before 12:15, it sounds like he falls under this one. So I would highly recommend to Mr. Roki Sasaki, post now, go now. Let's get him posted now. Work with your team, get him posted now. Become a Dodger ASAP. That helps the Dodgers set things up. Tim, this is the last chance to get some star shortstop until Gunnar gets Adames. Plus, he can move over to third when Muncie's gone. Yeah, when all those guys come up. But yeah, if he really, so I'm gonna pull up the Savant page on him. Let's see what Willy Adames did, and we'll take a quick look because I value defense over the offense. Oops. Willy Adames. Savant. Well, I'm going to pull a quickie. All right. Well, I'm going to pull up Fangraphs. They're not giving the information I'm looking for. Willy Adames, Fangraphs, defense. As you saw with the World Series, defense wins games, defense loses games. Willy Adames has been an excellent defensive player over his career. But is he still doing that? Come on, Fangraphs. Fangraphs drives me nuts, folks. Shortstop. So I want excellent defense over there. That's what number one, and it needs to last 3 or 4 seasons for sure. And if he had a good, because I've seen the tweets. Now I'm actually doing the research with y'all. 2024 shortstop, and I can't spell defense. I am the worst when it comes to typing. It's all right. What do we have here? Shortstops. All right, let's go. We shall get here. We doing defense? No, we're gonna get fielding, and we want shortstops. And we want full seat. We're gonna take off the qualified. So okay, Adames is looking good here. I don't know where they got that stuff. Overall defense. What is that? No. This is for a period of time. I want now. I am definitely feeling I want current. None of this recency, because people have issues. So let's see where Willy Adames falls into. All right, there's some drop off. DRS is bad. -16. How the heck did that happen? So if you're concerned, now part of it could be maybe they did some other stuff defensively, where they go, hey, we're going to shift this and shift that. Let's see where touchdown Tommy Edman is on these things. Well, he didn't play a ton, obviously, of innings with the Dodgers at short. And we'll pull him. We'll just do it by team with him. All teams. Oh, come on, Rogers. Touchdown Tommy Edman. Oh, that's Miggy and Mookie. Miggy's still picking it at that old age. Oh, stop. All right. Tommy Edman he didn't get much time playing, not near enough playing time to even 127 innings. He did fine. His UZR, where's DRS is 1. So the Dodgers shortstop play wasn't necessarily the best overall. Miggy Rowe was the man with that. And yeah, you just can't beat Miggy Rowe there. That's for sure. So we'll go back to all teams. So let's. I mean, in the chat, are you all concerned about his DRS? I would. I could start thinking of maybe it's the shifting that they did or didn't do. I don't know. I don't know, folks. But I'll do more of a deep dive into trying to find out why his DRS went down. And it's just kind of odd, I guess, to see that. And let me go back to. I'll just go back to. Let's get a good sample size here. 200 innings, maybe. Yeah, Willy Adames. I mean, overall, his defensive rating was decent enough. Ellie De La Cruz had a nice season there. Still, look at this. Oh, man, Mason Wynn. Holy smokes. 14 DRS. Let's see the... Oh, sorry about that. Fangraphs, again, asking me if I'd like to be a member. I've done the membership, and they need a little bit of work on their site. It's an excellent site, and I actually suggest you drop a 20 to them or something like that. It's worth it. I did it, and it's like, Then let's see if I still has my sign in. I'm gonna change over, so I can't see my sign in. Let's see if it still has it. But Willy Adames, that's a big deal, folks. That's a guy. That's a player that. Let's see. Things are getting. Now, okay. Now we're getting a conflict here. All right. MLB deadline news. Let's see how and what are they at? I don't know how good they are. Mr. Francis Romero says the industry belief is that Roki Sasaki posted during the 2025 thing beginning January 15th. That's a mistake. That's a mistake on Roki's part. It's probably the team's choice, but I think that's if you want him to go have the best chance of having everything going, you want him in Los Angeles as soon as possible. You get his butt on a plane over here, and he signs as soon as possible. Gets under the program. I'm sure, he could start hanging with Ohtani every freaking day, because we know Ohtani's going to be at Dodger Stadium. Not different. Ohtani, more influence over Sasaki than Darvish. I agree. They both get to choose which team they want to sign with. This Padres talk is nonsense. Yeah, it's always there. Padres are really strong internationally. I mean, even Preller learned Japanese. Didn't pay off for some of those things, but I mean, he got that little left-handed reliever that ain't very good. Let's see what destroyed the Padres. Pool money was Blake Snell going to the Giants. I don't understand that one. I don't understand that. Huh. Explain further, Mr. Classic, about why their pool money got all jacked up by Blake Snell going to the Giants. That's really interesting. Everyone is saying Dodgers are favorites, but that makes me nervous. There you go, Benji. And you should. Hey, nothing's in stone. Nothing's in stone. The Mets have more international pool money than the Dodgers, it seems. But for 2024, it's about even, though, isn't it? And do you want to go to the Mets or do you want to go to the Dodgers? The Mets, sorry, I swear, New York, the Bronx, the air killed me. So, and now the Santa Ana wins. So I'm having, sorry about the nose wiping, folks. That's kind of gross. I'm sorry about that. But at least I got a tissue, not doing it with my finger. No team can sign Roki for more than $2.5 million if signed by December 15th, signed by January 15th, a little more. Yeah, teams are going to have to blow their whole wad on this one. And the Dodgers, they've already done what they're doing for 2024. They're saving this one. They are saving this one. Let's see. Dodgers have them. I think it just is it 2024 or 2025. That's what it is. You like the Orioles jersey? Yeah, yeah. That's kind of cool. Yeah. Oh, good Lord, Roy, you got it. I mean, Dodgers just won the World Series and going to Japan to start the season. Japan lives their Dodgers. Yeah, they do. Roki coming to Dodgers. Hope so. They love their Dodgers. Yeah. Yeah. Padres gonna have Kikuchi. Hey, that dude turned it on though. That dude did turn it on. Good morning to Roy, of course. Good evening. Norm, the sore shoulder and loss of both velo and spin rate last year is troubling for a power pitcher. It wouldn't be shocking for procedures needed. It's true. Very true. In fact, I bookmarked something. Let me find it, and then we will. Yes, I did bookmark something. You see. You see. Oops, I don't want his video right now. Sorry, Lance. Let's go here. We just want that. Lance Brozdowski, and I'm probably saying it wrong, but he got his. Why do they do this? Come on, Elon. Don't just start the video on me. Fastball velocity shape regression, insanely distinct splitter, slider rework needed, arm injury. Yeah, could be. Yeah, but you know what? Even with the injury, this is a drop in the bucket. This is a nothing burger in terms of finance. It means zero. You can still go and sign Walker Buehler and Jack Flaherty, or you can go get a Blake Snell, or this doesn't impact that at all. But okay, the average velocity down almost 2 miles an hour. Vertical vertical break 2 inches difference in the negative. Horizontal break, oh my gosh, almost over 2.5 inches. Release height's the same. Extension, a little bit more extension this year. That's kind of interesting. Let me see a little if he's got more. Go follow this guy. Go follow that guy, Lance Brzezowski. Good stuff. I'm just seeing if there's anything else going on. Okay, the Twitter machine is going bonkers. Yeah, Sasaki's going to dominate. Doug got in there last night even. I thought about it, but I'm just not going to do it. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Okay, so if he's going to 2025, it doesn't help him that much. Those extra million, the let's say it's an extra 2 million he can get from another team. So he could easily make that stuff back here. With the average, he goes and he's in LA, and all the relationships the Dodgers have with all these advertisers in Japan, throws on his Dodger hat, does everything, does his, Toyo tires or whatever, they've got also, I don't want to get, I only say Toyo because that's the only one I can pronounce that I know off the top of my head. But they have sponsorships with everybody. He throws on his Dodger hat, says, you come buy this insurance policy from this certain Japanese thing, and I will respect you. I mean, or whatever. I don't know what he's gonna say. So yeah, that's. I mean, there's industry belief, and then there's reality. And if he waits that long, I don't think it benefits him. He can start making that money today in Los Angeles. He comes in by Thanksgiving, right? And signs something. I mean, that dude could start marketing his own shirts. I mean, people go bonkers over it. He'll start getting cuts of those types of things. And but he can also start making the money. Oh, who this? Mr. John Rod, thank you. Do you think Sasaki will start dominating quicker than Yamamoto? I don't think so. I think he's not as polished as Yamamoto. Yamamoto, man, that guy, he's a witch. But I appreciate it. Yeah, that's a good question. He has better velocity. He throws harder. But in terms of the pitch selection, all that stuff, Yamamoto's is way better in terms of that. But you come to Los Angeles and you learn. You also take that extra Tommy John risk. Regretfully, I hate saying that, but it's true. Cannot deny it, folks. Cannot deny it. Let's see. Okay, talking about Adames. Down your defensively, but look at the past. As D-Mac said, don't let one blip on the radar fool you. But you can't ignore that blip. It's kind of like, oh, that blip coming into Pearl Harbor or something like that. Wish we would have had our act together. Yeah, you can't ignore it. You can't ignore the blip. But you got to at least look at it and go, is it because the way they positioned him, or did he have a nagging injury? Or there's all types of reasons why those things. Because the overall metrics. So let's go to Savant now on him, on Mr. Adames, and I always screw up the spelling. It's Adamees, not Adamas. Adames, just to spell. But I mean, phonetically for us English speakers. But there's a lot to like about him. Okay, Willy Adames. It's Willy with the Y. Willy Adames. Savant. I mean, his oh, here we go. Gotta give it to you. Give it to me, baby. Let's go look at some things. Sprint speed, 27.4. I don't know what his history is of that. Excuse me. Fielding, the range was good. The arm strength was really good. So there's that. Batting overall, he's going to strike out a million times, and I think that's an issue with a lot of us. And he did have a career best year. He's playing for a contract. You know what? You get to Los Angeles, and you got a clubhouse. It's lead by example clubhouse, and you dig in a little bit more. I'm going to do. Please watch the Mookie Betts Dave Roberts interview. I'm going to be doing a reaction on that. I might even record it after I'm done with this. It was phenomenal. And all the insights that are there, but these guys hold each other accountable, and it's the little things. It's those little things, and those little things matter. Just ask the New York Yankees runner-up, the team that did the right, like Dave Roberts says, you honor baseball. Honor baseball by the way you play it. Yeah, so Adames, Showtime Elliott is if there's an injury, it's something you have to look at. But you have to at least look at the blips. You can't ignore them. You got to go, why? Now he's still when's his birthday? Willy Adames. Come on. They don't have his birthday? Well, he's 29, we know that. But these things, the drop-off's going to happen at some point. And so let's just I'm going to do a quick look at his birth. Okay, he just turned 29, from the Dominican. So good stuff in there. Because Freeman pulling off a trade for more international pool money. Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah, and they've got some guys they need to do that with for sure. There's some, let's talk about the Hunter Fiducias, the Cody Hosies. Drew Avens is a free agent, by the way. Let's take a quick dip into that. We do need to take a look at transactions. Um, how's everyone's World Series gear coming in? Hopefully, y'all have a chance to buy some of it. I know it can be expensive, so I get it. All right, so there's a lot of stuff that happened for in the minors. And it relates to guys are 6-year free agents. Some friends of the show here for sure. It's Jason Cabrera, and a lot of these guys, okay. But there's a few of them that are like, this guy might have some in here. Franklin De La Paz. I'd like to see him come back. He's just he throws got that little side action. I think he's interesting. Drew Avens, good luck to him. The Dodgers clearly didn't want to bring him up. John Rooney, I love that guy. All the best to him. I hope he finds a team that gives him a shot. Dude's worked so hard. I think there's something there. Chris Oakey, okay. Alan Trejo, fine. Duplantier, or Duplantier, whatever. That's a guy that he's come back. Jordan Lyles, a veteran, given a shot. Tanner Dodson, that's who we got for Luke Raley. Kevin Gowdy, he was good. Saran Lau. So I want that fixed. I want Juan Murillo fixed. I want both those guys back. There's just not enough room. So they're gonna go out and find stuff, but opportunity. Those guys are 100-mile-an-hour throwers. Not quite Lau, but it's such a great story. So I really want Lau back. Michael Martinez is another one. That's another one. So those are some key ones. These are all the guys that are just activated off 60-man, which led to this. They basically haven't been released, but they're 6-year type guys, and so all the best to all those guys. I hope they all get a chance. That's the main thing. I want these guys to get a chance. At the end of the day, this channel is about the young guys and getting a chance. And so, with Adames, we could go, well, do we do Tommy Edman and then hope for the best? Which I think some are against that. Let's see. So, so both Showtime LA and Norm are bringing up really good points. Like, there's the blip. And then there's also Adames' offense has been sliding for 2 years until he rebounded in his walk here, which is always a red flag. I would favor Kim over Adames. Kim offers contact over power, which balances the lineup. The issue with Kim is the labrum in his right shoulder. I'm really, really concerned about that. Oh, Sammy, bring it. Errors don't bother me at shortstop. Jeter didn't have many errors, but he sucked behind that. So errors aren't indicative of shortstop necessarily, right? But it's DRS, right? And Derek Jeter, in terms of DOS, I think Lifetime had DRS had a negative 242 or 252. Yeah, I don't worry about the errors. I worry about making sure that they make the plays that are hard and they get that range. And it's a good point. Hoskins isn't a very good first baseman. Freddie Freeman is. I would say Muncie's a way better first baseman than Hoskins. His range evaporated and his release slowed. Savant's not saying that. Savant for Adames was saying what? Range is still, in the good stage, and arm strength is still good. So there's some, these will go back and forth. And this is one of those other things where I go, hey, we got opinions. That's all good, and we should have them. But we also know that the Dodgers will have a reason for what they do. That's the thing. They will have a reason for what they do. And if they don't get Adames, there's going to be a reason for that. Alex and Freeland, Rojas, Edman, Day. I would take. I mean, if they go with Edman, I'm very happy with that. But then you got to go. Who you getting in center field? Which is fine. Which is yeah. And Sammy Boy's talking about it, and we're gonna talk about those guys, Crochet and Robert Jr. Let's go. Osterberg wanted shortstop. Craig, how you doing, man? I want a shortstop who is good at defense and makes contact. Same. Let's see. It's the shoulder that concerns me with Kim. I would, if they are confident that Kim can recover, I want Hassan Kim on the team because he can play. He's a great defensive player, not a good one, not above average. He's a great defensive player. Yeah, Adames. If we end up with Adames, I'm not crying. I'm not crying. Let's see. 24 Dodgers have 2.7 million in the international pool. This this could be the Roki didn't lose velo. He scaled back to save his arm. That could be. Roki wanted to be a 95, 98 steadily instead of touching 98, 101. And I just think that's a good strategy anyway. Save it for when you need it. If you remember when Verlander used to do that, even Buehler would do that. You cruise 94, 96 back when he was still, and he's better to Walker Buehler now, but he was able to crank it up when needed. Verlander used to do that. They'd bring it when they needed it for the right guys. Okay, Mr. Classic has the 2020. Okay, wait, hold on. I skipped. So he's better than having to rely on 36-year-old Miggy Rowe. Yeah, he cannot have him there. The thing is with Edman and center, you're not getting that outfield bat. I want that outfield bat. That's for sure. I like Edman a lot, but the guy's gonna he's gonna be a league average player in terms of offense, but he brings some good defense. That's for sure. 20-foot. So I think I would rather have Edman on the dirt. But you got to have a center fielder to replace that. And also, Edman has it's just 1 year left. But that guy also could be, if they remove Chris Taylor, he is Chris Taylor then. Plays all over the dirt. And you give him some money. Okay. West Coast teams, the Padres will have 6 million. The Angels at 6, Giants 5, Mariners 7, Dodgers 5, A's 7. So I would not take, other than the A's, I wouldn't take any of them out of there. Yeah, the Giants saw their base pool allocation decrease. Oh, I understand that. But that was you'd kind of insinuated it was the Padres that lost some money. Padres are at 6 million. Yeah, and the Dodgers lost a little bit. Yeah, probably for that Ohtani thing, but I'll do that in a heartbeat. It's kind of like I'm gonna be tracking guys like Miggy Vargas and Tehran Lorenzo and Alexander Albertus and all those guys, and and Gerald Perez. But we got a world championship. You do it, and if we don't get Roki Sasaki over $500,000, I'll keep that championship, and he will go to an organization that will not treat him as well, and he will not have the overall upside of money. I can guarantee that. And all those things we talked about, starting with the uniforms. The only bad negative is traffic. He can probably stay in one of the many houses on Ohtani's property and roll in with Ohtani. Because one thing we do know, Ohtani is going to be coming to the Dodger Stadium all the time, and probably a different Porsche and all that good stuff. And when a team exceeds the competitive balance, yeah, it loses that money, right? As a result, the Dodgers Blues cut by 1 million. Yep, and I'll do that again. Hit that like button. Thank you. Dodgers will have, yep. Yeah, luxury tax and all that good stuff. All day. Freeland will take the line share of shortstop. I'm just not there yet. Freeland's not going to play shortstop for the Dodgers in the beginning of 2025. I'm not sold on that yet. I don't think that's where it's at. Yeah, and Bo, I mean, talk about a blip. That was a bad blip. Let's look at, you know what, Savant, tell me about Bo Bichette. I'm looking forward to the day, and I know some of y'all freak out when I say this, when I can start saying stuff and the web pages just start going where I want it to go. I could just say right away, do this, do that. I gotta probably pay for a chat GPT or something like that. I don't want to pay for stuff that I don't. Not yet. Bo Bichette, he died, but his range was still good, arm strength. But he's not. He has not been regarded as an outstanding shortstop. That's for sure. Yeah. So that's that. I'm still trying to get all the politics out of my baseball feed. I do have another Twitter account where I do all that other stuff, all the politics, but not on this one. I try to like. If you want to keep if you're like me and you just have an account just for baseball, just go to mute. You go to your mute and you go, okay, I'm muting the words Trump, Kamala, Biden, Republican, Democrat, and you start with that and you turn off retweets on people that do a lot of that. I leave one or two people with the retweets just in case there's some breaking news I need to see politically. But that's it on that stuff, man. I just my and also because mine's a baseball only. There are no Rams, there's no Raiders. All the foosball stuff is out of there. I want just a baseball only account. There's time for that other stuff somewhere else. Let's see the arguments on of Kim versus Adames. My problem with and the thing is with Kim, you could sign him because we have Edman and Rojas. That's another thing, right? You think Freeland is a 30-30 guy? That's okay. Well, okay. Hold on. I'm just going, hey, wait a minute. Okay, let's entertain that. Let's just look at the latest on I'm going to go look real quick. I'll pull it up. The latest on what the scouts are saying about Alex Freeland, which that'd be great. I know he's moving up to the east side. I mean, the Dodgers, okay, they're targeting him coming up, and he very well could come up. Hit is a 50, power is a 50, runs a 50, arms a 60, fields a 55 overall, 55. So, worst case, folks. And he's a switch hitter. Let's bring that. I'm going to bring that back. And he's an August baby. I'm a fan of August babies. Got a lot of them in my family. Let's just go through it, folks. Let's go through it. I don't know if you go. It's cutting off over there. Let me do a quick move so I can move that over so y'all can see it. Oh, this is interesting. I forgot about this. He had a clubfoot as an infant. That's interesting. Let's see, broken hamate. That's that hand thing, right? Or hand wrist area. Went to Central Florida. Wait, UCF. My boy works there. Let's see. After a lock, he had a big breakthrough. Works counts, which is good. Draws walks, makes quality swing decisions well, as any LA farmhand. Switch hitter, does more damage as lefty, right? For sure. It could provide 20 homers per season. Advanced metrics allow him to play instincts. Sorry, allow him to play faster than his average speed on the base. And at shortstop, he has range to both sides, reliable hands, and a plus arm strength, allowing him to make all the plays. Though he's seen action at second and third, and has a versatility of a utility role, he profiles as a shortstop. So that's all good. Good to see the progress there. Just wish he would talk to some of us. He's real quiet. Let's see how he did at OKC. Sorry about this, folks. All right, OKC. He had only 39 games, so his numbers weren't outstanding. That's for sure. Stolen bases getting up there, so that's good. I mean, hey, you know what? I would love for a Dodger prospect to make a big impact on this team. I would love that. Please, please, please. Oh my gosh, I'm just it's insane. I that's one of the things I would love to set. And hey, on the Adames note, if let's say they sign Adames and Alex Freeland starts playing well and Max Muncy starts slowing down, Adames could move to third. Right? And Freeland goes there, or Freeland could do the opposite, or else he's a utility player. Oh no. Let's see. Yeah, it's all about signing at the right time, Mr. Classic. You're right. Ooh. I like whatever Norm's saying. There's a powerful marketing company called Dentsu that reportedly influenced his posting. This company reported to have paid him $2 million before he turned pro. Oh yeah, we get Adames or Teo Soto. I'll take Teo and extend Crochet and go for Crochet or extend him. I don't think there's an either or. I think that one thing we can say, we have the data, but Teo is a postseason player. Facts. So I do figure that into it. I'd rather see a real high AAV short-term contract with Teo with some options. Adames is, he's younger by 3 years, and he plays a premium position. So, but yeah, it's not this. It is definitely not the same for Roki as it was for Yamamoto. Yeah, Yamamoto, just go get the money. Yep, just an option. Kim is a good player. I agree. Just how hurt is he? But if he's healthy, he is probably really a top 3 shortstop, maybe more. My point again, Mets have more pool money than the Dodgers in 2025. Yep, but by how much? And if that's the thing, if he wants to be another 5 hours away from Japan, okay, it's on him. All those things have to factor in, and these guys are all smart guys. And Yamamoto and Ohtani are going to talk to him. They're probably talking to him right now. With Kim, if he doesn't sign a contract because of injury, sign him to minor. No, he's going to get a big contract. He's going to do well, but he just will have to spend time on the IL as he recovers, and that's what you have to look at too. How about Outman? How about him? I would like Outman to regain his swing back. That only helps the Dodgers. Here's what I would really like to see. I would like to see James Outman win the center field job back. You notice I said win. I didn't say give. Win. He has to earn it. Go for it. Would love to go after C.J. Abrams for shortstop long term. Oh, Andre, I like what you're saying. I don't. The Nationals are. I don't know if they're gonna do that, but that'd be a nice punch in the face. I think it's hilarious that the Padres are wondering, is our shortstop really Xander Bogaerts? I wonder if they're gonna put Jackson Merrill at short. I think I would. I would definitely do that if I were them. That's the right call. Shortstop for a long time, and you try to get him to one of those contracts really quick. Hopefully his agent's Boris, so he'll leave eventually. Sasaki primarily, 2-pitch pitcher. Fastball in the splitter. And the splitter leads to Tommy John. I'm sorry. It does. Got to be careful throwing too much of that. He has a less developed slider and curve, so he's not a finished product. He does not have the command of Yamamoto yet. Amen. He definitely doesn't have that. Those pitches will come around, but the command, some of that's a gift. Unless they can find something where something's really happening. Staggered Ohtani, Glasnow, Yamamoto till May and June to have them ready for the playoffs. Oh, yeah. And I did read that they're going to go to a 6-man rotation. I'll do something on that because this guy has been clamoring for that since 2019. Go. I saw that. Right. Gomes said it. Gomes said the Dodgers will go with 6-man rotation, so it would not surprise me if they went after 2 starting pitchers. The only Boris client I see them pursuing is Burns. Durability plays. Absolutely. Freeland's walk percentage. That's a good question. I'm going to just say, it's actually just overall for the season, he walked 91 times in 507 with 507 at bats. So that's a good thing. I like that a lot. I like that. I like it a lot. That's pretty darn good. Freeland is major league ready defensively, but he has some issues making contact offensively. If he doesn't improve, he's a utility guy. 24 needs to level up. Yeah, I think he's definitely, in my opinion, he's going to start the year at OKC and refine what they need to refine. Yeah, Padres pool money is under what the Dodgers have in 2024. Dodgers have the most in 2024. The Padres took advantage of a much larger bonus pool this year. The direct result of 2 additional picks they received. Yeah. That was for losing guys. Yeah, that's the whole Snell and Hader thing. Yeah, they got 2 of those. The Dodgers, if they lose Teo, they will get the same thing for, I guess, next year? For 2025. So that would be okay. I would like to have Teo back. The Dodgers do not need to make decisions. The Dodgers do not need to make decisions based on finances. They've got what they need. They've got the money. They're making it hand over fist. Again, I'm just checking notifications because I know things are going to be hot. I just got that feeling that there's going to be a little bit of a run during free agency. I mean, before Thanksgiving on stuff. Let's see. Ohtani, Yoshi, Roki, game over. Let's hope so. Let's see. Still want Fried even after Roki. Get all the pitching you can. You can never have enough pitching. Pitchers break. We know this. I'm concerned about Fried breaking. But I'm concerned about all of them breaking. Fried had his moments though, right? Game 6 against the Astros. Didn't he have a great game in the 2021 World Series? I thought I might be wrong. That's just off my head, but I just want to see the Dodgers have enough pitching. You can never have enough pitching, but I want to see them get more pitching. Just keep piling on. Get more pitching. Don't stop getting more pitching. You can never have enough pitching because pitchers break. We know this over and over and over. We saw it this year. It came to fruition. The Dodgers are going to try something different, but they're doing it without some of their hot guys. They're not going to have River Ryan. They're not going to have Gavin Stone. They're not going to have Kyle Hurt. They're not going to have Emmett Sheehan. Ugh. Gosh darn it. Makes me sick. Oh, Dodgers explicit in the house. Be careful, everybody. Dodgers explicit in the house.
Has kids, has a wife.
There we go. Dodgers explicit. Got to meet those dudes at the playoffs with the Padres game. And then we were both in New York at the same time. We just never hooked up. It was such for them. I know for us it was chaos. I know for them it was chaos. I wish they could have stayed that last game. It's a bummer, but I'm so glad they still got out there. Those are good dudes. If follow them, hopefully they're going to be doing some. They will be doing some podcasting during the off season. They do a lot of fun work at the stadium. Please make sure you're following Dodgers Explicit. But again, I gotta say it with them.
Has kids, has a wife.
Right? They're coming at you. They are coming in hot. So those are my guys, man. Josh and Ram, you guys are awesome. Appreciate you guys. And these guys, all right, the Dodgers Explicit guys did me a real solid. They helped get me well over 300 followers on Instagram because they tagged me on their contest. Thank you, gents. If there's anything I can do to help you guys, you know where to find me. So I appreciate those guys. I think platooning third would be ideal. A cheap Josh, it could be Moncada, who's been able to hit lefties. It's an affordable option. Maybe. There's also a guy named Kike Hernandez that could platoon with Max. I would rather do that. I want to keep our guys. I want to keep as many guys as possible. And I did it. If we sign all of them, I'll do it. All of our returning free agents. If we can get them all, I would do it in a heartbeat. So I would do it because those are proven guys. We know who they are. They fit, and they're our guys. And they, part of it is getting their ring at Dodger Stadium. I want to see Kike get his ring at Dodger Stadium. Right? That's what I want to see him get his ring at Dodger Stadium. He didn't get his in 2021 because he left also. So I really want to see him back with the Dodgers. And he's a platoon, and you just keep him going for October. I need to fix my chat. I want live chat, not latest. What is the latest on Trinan? Haven't heard his name come up much. Yeah, I definitely want him back. Definitely. It just depends on it's going to depend. They're going to make the money will have to factor into that one a little bit. How much value are you going to get? He is 36, but he still throws like a witch. And there's, missing 2 years probably didn't hurt some durability if you look at it in some ways, the wear and tear on the arm. Starting the podcast back up next week. Good. Yeah, we'll definitely do a collaboration. That's for sure. Yeah, Instagram is Dodgers Explicit. They kind of own Instagram. They're really good at that. And then getting their podcast going. I think you guys probably almost it could be my grandkids almost. Sorry, guys. But yeah, those are the guys, man, on Instagram, and make sure you're following them on this channel too. So just click on them and subscribe to them. I think bullpen options who are not big games include Hoffman and Minter, solid proven bridge guy. Yeah, you need those types of guys. And you're probably going to have to spend a bit of money on the bullpen that you didn't want. I know they hate doing that, right, Norm? Hoffman wants to start again. Oh, and so does Kopech, too. Those guys, well, because that's where the money's at. That's where the big money's at. And they're going, hey, I need a chance to make some money. But we didn't, the guy the Giants signed, that real hard thrower, didn't he kind of break down? I don't know how bad he broke down, but he broke down. Jordan Hicks. He broke down. So it's when you change. Now Hoffman's been in the bullpen for a bit, probably longer than Kopech. I think Kopech was just this year. The Dodgers could probably find a way to do that with Kopech, or you mix it up. with the 6-man rotation, you lose. Here, check. You hear me out. You lose a bullpen piece because usually it's 5 starters, 8 relievers, but now it goes to 6 starters, 7 relievers. So you got to figure that one out. Yep, Kopech's right there. Yeah, teams view them as relievers. I agree with that. Brazier has a contract for next year. So he'll be back. He man, at the end of the year he had a really good stretch when he came back, but then started giving up a lot of home runs. A lot of home runs, folks. Wasn't good. But he's useful, but he's also, he breaks and has really bad spurts, and then he comes back really strong. So I mean, I was in on signing him. I just don't know. He's got a $4.5 million contract. I don't know what team would want him. I may get some international money for him. Ohtani is a hitter, but he's also broken. Okay, let's talk about Ohtani. It's going to be a bit with him now because of the shoulder surgery. It's the left shoulder, but you use all your body when you're pitching. So it really delays his pitching. I don't know. I don't expect him to be a starter at the beginning of the season. Maybe a reliever. And I'm a fan. That's where I'm a fan of using Ohtani. I'm a fan of using him in the bullpen. I think it will minimize the stress on him. But thanks for bringing that up, Steve. Welcome. Uh, he's a guy that if you go, well, he's had 2 Tommy John surgeries, and he really relies on, high velocity, and he throws it all the time in the game. He doesn't mellow it out. But if you're just going, hey, it's just 1 inning, let's have him be a stopper and come in and throw relief. Now the question is making sure he's ready. It'd be like Little League, right? Oh wait, no, he's a DH, so he's not in the field. He's a DH. He can go start warming up in the bullpen. Yep. You have to balance those guys. But so if Ohtani starts and he has to have Tommy John again, it also takes him out of the lineup. That's why I look at this. So we'll see about that. Angels will take. The Angels you gotta have a pitching staff, and they actually have some decent guys. I still don't understand the Soler trade. But yeah, the whole thing with Glasnow was they thought he'd be ready. Doc covered that really well with Mookie when he went down, and what the possible wind out of the sails it could have taken, but it didn't. Sorry. Yeah, they're gonna the value of Ohtani is really amazing, and having him as one of your pitchers, but still on the roster. Mr. Classic. Oh, okay. According to Mike Rodriguez, I can't remember him. According to sources close to the team, the Dodgers intend to be very aggressive in the pursuit of Juan Soto, facing strong money competition from the Mets and Yankees. Good. Worst case is the Yankees and Mets overspend. That's the worst case. The best case is we get Juan Soto, one of the best hitters in baseball, and maybe could be someday all time. Mr. Classic, told you, Dodgers fans, like him or not, Dodgers are hot on Juan Soto. Oh, I'm all in on Juan Soto. I was in on him in 2022. It's not my money. It is not my money. I also see that the Dodgers don't need to sit and wait for him either before they do everything else. They have the money to go do everything they need. If it comes worst case let's say they sign Teo and they want to still have Pages But then they signed Soto. Okay, well, Soto's your right fielder for a couple years. Pages goes to center, or you trade Pages. I don't know. I don't want to trade Pages though. You don't want Soto. I want Soto. I'm all in on Soto. You can make the Dodgers will find a way to make him a little bit better defensively. He will be held accountable, like any player. They will be held accountable to the team. They do this stuff. They actually then they look at those little things. Dodgers Explicit says Roki, Trine, and Teo Kiki, and a lefty starter and lefty reliever. Ship it. Mike, I agree. I agree. Now really believe they're going to put a package together for Garrett Crochet. Yeah, for sure. Dodgers invading the world, first Japan, then Dominican Republic. Oh, defensively, Eric? Yeah. It would be a horrible outfield. You just got to go, hey, Tommy Edman, you are the center fielder. I don't care how much you hit. Just run everything down. Some of Teo's a good athlete. I think, I see, sorry, folks, I think he dogs it in the outfield. I think he dogs it. Dodgers are making the world first Japan, then DR, yep. Build a juggernaut. Explicit, do you think Lux is out with Mookie going back to the infield? I think the only thing I can see them doing with Luxy is letting him try to be the shortstop. Since let's say they don't sign Adames, okay? I'm just going to go on that. That has to be the first assumption. And let's say they go, hey, what we're going to roll into spring training like this. We're going to say that Gavin Lux, we're going to give another shot at shortstop. We have Miggy Rowe, and we have Tommy Edman in center. Things go south. You make your moves. But at the same time with Luxy, and I hate to say this because I want him to be here. I want him to be a Dodger, but you can't count on him. You just can't go, oh, Gavin Lux, that's our guy. He's going to be our starting shortstop. Nope. And you don't worry. You don't say, oh, you know what? We're gonna give Gavin Lux a chance, so we're not gonna sign a Willy Adames. You don't do any of that. Let's see. Be careful about reports on the Dodgers being hot for Soto. He's a Boris client, and Boris loves to use this information to drive up the market. Oh, absolutely. In fact, someone should community notes that thing. That's one of my favorite things about X is they have the community notes. And so it's very true. That's all true. It could be both, though. Maybe the Dodgers are going to go all in, or maybe not, because we do know one thing: the Dodgers don't leak. Others do. Other teams do, and agents do. It's always in their benefit to leak. Teo is on rain check until 1, Soto 100%. I don't think so. I think you could sign both. They need a left-handed pitcher in the middle of rotation. I would like some balance, yes. Now, don't forget, we have Justin Robleski. I keep forgetting about Justin. Justin, I know, had some, and his issues were all walking guys. That's not him. I think there was some nerves. Let's see. There are reports Ohtani brought in around $120 million. Yeah, I know. They can afford everybody. Lux for Logan Gilbert and Devin Williams. Lux on a lot of prospects. His value is there's not a lot of value there. I hate to say that. If Dodgers don't sign Adames, definitely they're bringing Freeland up. I don't think that's the case yet, but it would happen. I think it would happen quicker in 2025, but I don't think he starts the season with them. He's got some work to do. Average outfield with meaning Teo. I don't mind losing him in the field because he isn't as bad. He's average defensively. Yeah. Teo is a great glue guy. I admit it, but as far as defensively, he's about as equal as Soto. Yes, Teo got Stanton out, but only on one play. Yeah, no, I would actually say that Soto might be better than Teo. If you go look at the numbers, they're not the best. Yeah, that's exactly. You gotta substitute some other. Yeah, those guys. I mean, Devin Williams. They're gonna trade him, I think, and they're gonna get a lot for him. The Personally think Lux and Kike should platoon at second and keep Mookie in right. Yeah, but looks like they're moving Mookie to second, so it's kind of one of those things. And I don't disagree with what you're saying. Actually, Dodge is explicit. Yeah, Savant. Yeah, Teo's a bad outfielder. He has arm strength. He has speed. He doesn't use it. Devin Williams is a rental closer. Wouldn't take one of those guys. Oh, it's gonna take a lot. Remember what they got for Tanner Scott at the deadline? They got 3 hot prospects, something like that. Folks, let's see. We waited to sign everyone until Shohei signed. Same with Soto. I don't think that's the case this year because Soto would be great, but I don't think they've been targeting him like they've been targeting Ohtani since he was born. Let's see. Bravenheart. Sorry. Do you prefer higher ERA, more innings, or lower ERA, less innings per season? It depends on your depth. But this team right now, if we could sign a guy with a little bit higher ERA and get more innings, I'm taking it. I just am. I know that's heresy, but I'm going to say that. Dodgers are way ahead of the game. They signed the #1 pitcher prospect coming out of Japan, the best infielder from the DR, and Emil Morales, and the 14-year-old phenom from Mexico. I still haven't seen who that guy is, and there's age issues. They're not supposed to be signing 14-year-old guys. They have to be 16. If the Dodgers make a bid for Soto, I think it's a shorter-term deal with insane AAV. Yeah. They probably won't. No, just like Bryce Harper didn't bite, Soto won't bite. But can you imagine? So imagine this. Imagine if Bryce Harper took the Dodgers offer. 4 years, was it? I'm just going to say it was 4 years, 160, 4 years, 140, whatever. 35 to 40 million a year, right? And he would have played for the Dodgers for 4 years. 19, 20, 21, and 22. And who would have been a free agent after the 2022 season? Bryce effing Harper. And he would have made a huge contract. Instead, we're rumbling, I need to renegotiate. No, dude, you signed the contract. Phillies, don't do it. Don't even do it. So, Juan Soto, learn from that. Scott Boras, learn from that. Some team offers you a huge AAV and a chance to opt out when you're 31 or 32 or even 30. You do it. Oh my gosh. By age of 31, Soto may have Hall of Fame numbers. His only thing, he has to keep in shape. So yeah, that's what they should do. But Boris likes setting these other records, these long-term things. Who cares? Bryce Harper contract for Bryce Harper is a disaster. Let's see. Yeah, this 14-year-old from Mexico, I don't know how real that is. I'm really not. And it really can't be. You can't sign a 14-year-old. Andrew Friedman or Brandon Gomes or whoever will get suspended for a long time with that, and there will be major penalties. They will lose. They will all of a sudden have guys like DePaula become free agents. It's that bad. Soto is great, but I think with the team right now, Teo glues line up together with a right-handed bat. They do need that right-handed bat. Absolutely. They are missing that. If you going around, okay, Will Smith is not the right-handed bat anymore. He's a 6 through 8 guy. And that's fine. But he's right-handed, okay. Freddie Freeman bats lefty. Mookie Betts bats right. So that's the one, right? If you're going with Edman right now, he's a bother. Better from the right side, right? If you have Muncy, that's a lefty. If you now we don't have anyone. Well, Pages is a right-handed bat. But I agree. I think when you have Teo out there, and you can also maybe platoon Kike and Senor Muncy a little bit. That part of that's just keeping Muncy off his feet. But yeah, please do the 6-man rotation. Yep, saying it since 2019. Daniel Preciado wrote it. It was either him or I were going to write that article. Daniel wrote it, did it better than me for sure. For DN, yeah. But yeah, that's a real good point. And we've seen it. Adam Kolarek comes in and turns Soto into poison. I wonder how Tim Hill would do against him. Realistically, what Dodgers do you have the Dodgers target? Do we finally see Chris Taylor will be moved in a trade, but they will eat a lot of money if they do it. Or they keep him. But it could be that time that Chris Taylor does get traded. I have concerns with the MVPs getting older. Oh, heck yeah. That's why you strike now. You strike now. The Dodgers have a real chance, like I said, of winning the 2025 World Series. The 1988 Dodgers, they weren't a great team. They had some great things happen. This team has a lot of talent. And with some of those pitchers coming back in 2026, man, they have a lot. But yeah, this window of dominance could provide, some more world championships. Doug said it. Doug McCain said it. They did one. They got the one. Now you move. Because now they got the one with the big three. And now you get more. And, Soto is younger. And if they really want him and they think they have a chance, yeah, go for it. But get Teo also. I don't want to be shy with these things. But I would really like to see us keep our guys. They also signed the best pitcher prospect from Korea, Hyun-Suk Chang. That's right, Mike Lopez. Thank you. They got Frasso. Yeah. Ferris from the Cubs. And Frasso, I think we see him this year. I hope so. I think that's a guy that's going to really fit in with this six-man rotation, have to throw more innings. Maybe he's a bullpen guy, but he throws, 3 innings and sits a few days, but not as much as if he threw 5 or 6. Very good point. Yeah, and Chung is going to be, that's a good one. He's just 20 years old, really nice kid. Seems to be casual. Seems to be made a lot of friends out there at Rancho with a Ohtani two-way player. Can we get another pitcher at? Yes. That's the advantage of Shohei. Yep. I think the only way teams take Taylor is if the Dodgers eat most of that salary. That is correct. And there's also an option. So they're going to have to eat some money. They're going to have to eat a lot of money. Dodgers will have to give prospects for other teams to take the money. And the Dodgers would get some type of a guy from the DSL. Something like that. I'm worried about Shohei not pitching to start the season. It worries me. Yeah, his shoulder. You got to be worried about that. Yeah, for sure. I'm expecting him at the All-Star break. That's what I'm thinking. Shohei is human. That's correct. Even though he's as close to the machine as possible, no one works harder. But still, he is a human. Unless he can transition to first base, the DH is Soto's future position within the next 5 to 6 years. Correct. I agree. Freddie Freeman has 3 years left on his contract. I just want to see Freddie do enough to retire and go into the Hall of Fame as a Dodger. He's already his penultimate moment as a baseball player was in a Dodger uniform. Thank you, Braves. Losing Seager sucked. Getting Freddie Freeman helped in that way. And Corey's gets hurt a lot. Love the guy, but he does get hurt a lot. I think he needs to be playing first base. The wear and tear shortstop on that big man is not good. Soto should DH for Shohei till Shohei is absolutely 100%. I agree. Yeah, keep that guy 100%. Somehow he's going to have to play in Japan, though. We know that. Yeah. He carries the nickname as the Machine. I see him and the potential to be the next Adrian Beltre. But I just don't know how they're allowed to sign. He can't be signed. Maybe he's going to sign, but again, those are things you got to be really careful about. I think the one I'm gonna, in fact, I want to grab the name so I can pull that up. Doyer. I have it in my name here. Yeah, we'll have to. I'll do some more research. I definitely want to do that. Now I've got his name out there. Thank you for that, Mike. I think the one contract on the Dodgers books that will not age well is Smith. 10 years for a catcher is insane. It gives me Joe Mauer flashbacks. That was 100% on purpose. They know that's not gonna age well, but it allowed them to go, hey, instead of doing 5 years, 140 million, which that's probably, or 6 years, 140 million, which would have been the contract needed, which the AAV would have been impacted. They did that one. That's why they did it. Oh yeah, Will Smith is not going to be your starting catcher in year 8, maybe even 7. But you get what you can out of him. They really like Will Smith. He's a Dodger. He was important in guiding this staff. He is maybe a future manager. Drinks are so good. So I agree. 100% agree with you, Norm. But it was intentional. They're made of money, and it's going to be fine. Shohei should not pitch till he's 100%. Concur. Could not agree more. Long-term vision, right? All right. Got to head out, Dodgers Explicit. Thank you again to our friends at Dodgers Explicit.
Has your kids, has your wife.
Now you don't have to hide them. You can bring them back. Our guys are... Thanks, guys. I don't think Soto's a clown. I don't think he's a clown. Yeah, Smith could move to third. I like to see that. That's a good question. I wish that they were working with him. Maybe they are. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, Nando. Oh, Nando's in the house. Hey, hit me up still, Nando. Hit me up on X if you can. And literally say this is Nando390 from there. Or you can hit me up on dodgers2080@gmail.com. Lux Outman, Cartaya rushing for Crochet and Robert. I think it'll take a DePaula in there too, instead of Outman. My guess. It's going to cost a lot. I agree. Mr. Classic, we are on the same page. In my eyes, pitching or hitting Shohei won't be ready by season start. I agree. Let's make him. We want to win as many games as possible, but we want to win the last game. And let's get him healthy. Can never have too much pitching. I think you're even short on that. I think we need $1 billion of them. Get that soon. Soon to be 4th MVP and get younger. Soto is the move. Nando didn't think the Dodgers serious. Whatever. It's all good. Let's see. We're seeing that they're, report. And remember, these are just reports. Call them. What they really are is leaks. Betts, Ohtani, and Freeman, Dodgers Hall of Fame. Let's get more. Can you do a quick explanation of the international bonus pool money for dummies like me? So blind leading the blind. All right. Every team is allocated amount of money now that they can spend on international players. And it starts with, and it's stupid that they do it this way. They don't all get the same amount. The A's get a higher number than the Dodgers just because they suck. That's terrible. Okay, yeah, email me. So with that, right? So there's that number. And then when players overspend, if they go way over the salary cap, they can lose international money, and that just goes into a pot. Or if they sign a qualified offer free agent from another team, and I believe also the team that loses the player also gets money. So if the Dodgers lose Teo, they'll get some money back for 2025. So it's a big balance, and some teams can accumulate. Like Padres got some money because of losing Hader and Snell last year, and you can't break that money. It used to be full on. That's where the Alvarez, the other Alvarez, the non-Jordan Alvarez got $16 million or whatever he got, or $8 million. It was a lot. That was what that was. Would the Rangers trade us Corey Seager back to LA? They seem to have money issues, and we have their prospects. But I just don't see Corey as a shortstop. I see him as a first baseman, so I'll take him in 3 years, or after Freddie. But that's regretful the ship has sailed. Okay, thanks, Nando. Biggest riser in the system next year. Well, I'm gonna get on the train of Zaire Hope. Also, Eric Swan has looked good. Sean McClain. When in 2023, I mentioned how good he was defensively when I saw him. Then he had some injury issues. Let's see. Who do you think is the biggest free agent to fall? Well, it definitely won't be a Boris guy, so I think Skylar Fried is a good call. That's a good call. I think Teo's going to go. I think Teo and Buehler are going to be resolved soon. Padres really blew their chance this year. They did. It's only going to get harder for them. Yeah, they had the best all-around team, and that's not me saying it. That's Miguel Rojas saying it. That's Mookie Betts saying it. They had the best all-around team going into the playoffs, and they screwed up. They stopped hitting. It's tragic for the Padres, but it really depends on Roki posting in 2024, 2025. Yeah. December. Yeah, it is that. December 15th is the big one. International pool money allocation is probably between teams receiving revenue sharing money, which are the cheap welfare teams at the top, the ones that don't want to spend money. Going over the tax, can also reduce money. Yeah, there's a lot of factors into that, but Padres have only 2 million plus, but 6.2. But the Dodgers have over 5 million. So if it's over $1 million, I can guarantee the Dodgers will help him make that $1 million back ASAP. But first, establish your residency somewhere else. Establish a residency somewhere else. Get that money. Get that bonus money, so you're not taxed in California. That's for sure. We see that happen quite a bit. I think Mookie did some of that. Let's see. Anything else? Oh my gosh, we've had almost 900 views. Yeah, Andrew Friedman needs to sign him before 12/15. If he has to be posted though. He has to get posted, officially posted. They're saying he's being posted, but that doesn't mean he's posted yet. So we don't know. However, let's see what. It says this, right? The Marines announced that they will post Sasaki, who immediately becomes one of the top free agents available. Doesn't say when. It doesn't say when. That's part of the issue, right? We don't know when. Okay, let's go to the Mike Rodriguez one here. I'm not following Mike. Okay, let me pull this up here. Okay, Mike Rodriguez, if you're going Les Nessman, let me follow him. He doesn't have an article. He's just saying sources. So the sources, who is it? Is it Boris? Is it another team? Is it some other team that Is it, the Yankees throwing that out there just to go, hey, the Dodgers are in it, so if we lose them, it's not such a bad thing. I just think the Yankees are, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just one of those things where all the Yankees not being and playing silly games, not wanting to have Garrett Cole's contract be less than Yamamoto's. First of all, if that's a Yankee thing, that's stupid. If that's a Cole thing, that's really stupid. That's disgusting. It's one of the two. So someone is not a good team player. Okay, we're getting going again. Posted then 45 days, yeah. So post now. If the Dodgers traded for Nolan Arenado, do you think they would likely have to trade Muncy? You ready for this, Justin? They're not trading for Nolan Arenado. They're not. I know the name is sexy, but he is falling off. And I would rather have, to be honest, Max Muncy. All right. I mean, that's where I'm at. Let's look at him. He did some good things. His fielding is still kind of there. There's no speed. He's 33, going to be 34 pretty soon. How much do you give up for a guy with the 719 OPS and 774 the year before? There's a huge drop off here, folks. 16 home runs. The only way the Dodgers would get Nolan Arenado is if the Cardinals basically gave him to them. I'm being honest. Trying to get this all in here into the page. There we go. Yeah, there we go. That's the honest truth. I'm an Arenado fan. Arenado had the chance to be a Dodger, but he decided to sign a contract with the Rockies. That was one time. He just needed to wait 1 year. But he didn't. He had another time when he could have been a Dodger, and that was when the Rockies were going to trade him. They wanted to get rid of him. And he accepted a trade to the Cardinals. He didn't have to. He could have said, nope, there's one team I'm going to. And the Dodgers would have given them value. But the Rockies were also stupid. They got Z value. Not much value for Arenado, a superstar at the time. The Dodgers would have given them some value. But the Rockies played that stupid thing. We don't want to trade with the Dodgers. Oh my gosh. That's just stupid. That is just beyond stupid. You help your team. Rockies, the Dodgers are not your competition. Yeah. So Arenado's not going to be a Dodger. That's the fact, Jack. Wait, do I have that here? Oh, I do. I'm going to say it again. Nolan Arenado is not going to be traded to the Dodgers.
That's the fact, Jack!
I gotta start using these things more. Young E, hey, welcome. Good to hear from you. Muncy is fine at third base. He's good enough. Dodgers should trade for Luis Robert. Sign Teo at right field and rushing and left. Yes, I'm in on that. That works. And then sign Kike to give Muncy a lot of rest over there. Biggest fear: Soto going to Philly or the Mets? I don't fear either one of them right now. The Phillies. The reason I always the Phillies with them is their starting pitching is good, but they might be getting some older issues too. We'll see about that. The Mets, I don't know what the Mets are doing. I actually think Pete Alonso should be a Met also, but he has Boris, so that's probably, I don't know if it's going to happen. You almost pity the Giants. Yeah, they're reducing player payroll. I don't know why that is. What is going on? That's disgusting. And they're going to lose Blake Snell, no qualifying offer. Great job. My goodness. My goodness. It's absurd what they've done, or lack of what they've done. So let's talk about, a little bit more White Sox. Prime place to grab talent from. Dodgers really wanted Garrett Crochet. They weren't willing to trade rushing. Rojas could back up Edman at short. Oh, for sure. Muncy at third, maybe in platoon with Muncy. I'm not going to platoon. I would much rather have Kike do that. But Rojas is on the team. He's on the bench. And he's going to start a couple times at shortstop a week, and maybe even be a defensive placement where they go. Let's say Andy Pages is in center field, and the Dodgers are up 3-2 in the ninth. Guess what? Tommy Edman goes to center. Miggy Rowe goes to short. Those happen, and that's no slight on Edman. It's just we tighten it up out there. So Miggy Rowe's still a very, very valuable player. He had a nice year. He really did. Good for him. And he got his ring. But yeah, he's having surgery. Kersh has had surgery. Kersh will be a Dodger. They will sign him once they can put guys on the 60-day IL again. I wouldn't be surprised if they do something like that with Joseph Kelly. Things like that will happen. But I see Teo and Buehler, I think they're going to go off the market pretty quick. Just a thought. And really, it's going to depend. What do they want to do? The market will be there for them in different ways. Buehler's is different. I just would like to see the Dodgers keep both those guys, especially in the pitching. Keep the pitching as much as you can. I want Teo too. We need the right-handed thump. If they do sign Adames, he does provide that. If we get Robert, he does provide that. Robert is also a delicate little flower. He breaks a lot. I don't mean that in a bad way. He just breaks all the time. Is it made public how much money the Dodgers made this year, including all this World Series gear and stuff? I guess you could put it together. Let's see. Robert and Crochet should be available, but White Sox want position players. Would you trade Paez, Outman, and Cartaya? They're going to need more. It's going to take more than that. It's going to take a DePaula. It's going to take Emilio Morales, things like that. I want to go back to, so getting that, there's a guy, Maury Brown, does a good job at that, and he writes it, I think, in Fortune magazine or something like that. Maybe it's Forbes, one of those two. He does that. Bottom line, Dodgers make a ton of money. They, I'm on the media stuff, so a lot of times I'll get, 6 weeks in a row, I got Dodgers sign a new sponsor. Dodgers sign a new sponsor. Dodgers sign a new sponsor. Yeah, we heard that about the $120 million. That was from I thought AJ Przinsky, or was it Eric? What's his name? The two catchers there. It's going to take a lot to get Robert. Oh no, I mean not Robert. Crochet. Robert. I just don't. Wouldn't it be awful? I mean, I know a lot of y'all want to get rid of Chris Taylor. Wouldn't it be awful he ended up on the White Sox? Ugh. I wonder who won the Mookie and Price, Verdugo, Downs, and Connor Wong. Connor Wong was the best player that the Red Sox ended up getting in that trade. Vargas gets a ring. Yep. He gets a ring. Yeah, absolutely. Obviously for being on the team, but he should get a ring for helping us get get the players we got. He helped us to get Kopech and Crochet and Tommy Edman. Jeez Louise. What a trade deadline. What a trade deadline again. Shout out to Andrew Friedman, Brandon Gomes. Just amazing what they did. Thank you. From all us Dodger fans, thank you, Dodgers management, for stepping it up. For sure. Every one of us who's a Dodger fan has got to be stoked. We got that big one. We got the parade. Now let's get more. And I think that's the Dodgers mantra. I mean, my understanding is that it was a long process, and now it's glory time, something like that. Let's see. I'd rather Dodgers sign top pitchers instead of Soto, Frieden, Burns, $250 million. Yeah, whatever. Right? Not my money. Just keep going. Red Sox, it just imploded giving up Mookie. It was so stupid. It was just so stupid that they did that. Mookie Betts is that guy. He's a superstar. People pay to see Mookie Betts. He brings all the personality too. He brings it all. He's that guy. What's your one untouchable prospect for you? It's Jackson Ferris. That might. It's possible. He's on the list. Maddox Bruns used to be on the list, but he keeps getting hurt. DePaula's on the list. I think Hope might be on that list now. Of course, Emil Morales, which we'll find out more about, and Yoendry Vargas. So any of those guys. Mr. Classics needs Soto now to offset Ohtani's injury. There's ways to address that, though, right? But yeah, replacing Ohtani with Juan Soto is just that's dark Dodgers right there, man. Get those red eyes on Andrew Friedman. I need to get that. Okay, someone make that for me. The entire baseball hates us. It's really enjoyable. Yeah, I don't care. The Dodgers are doing what other teams need to be doing. There's no reason the Yankees are still valued higher than Dodgers. Why aren't they doing this stuff? The Mets have the richest owner. They tried. They just spent wrong. It is enjoyable. What's most enjoyable is just winning. I love to win baseball games. I love to watch the Dodgers win baseball games. I love to watch them celebrate on the field or in the clubhouse or in the parade. Yep, evil empire for sure. Yeah, I need to. I'm gonna do the meme with Friedman with the laser eyes. That's where it's at. Yeah, and the good thing is, yeah, Dark Sidious. Yeah, Stan Kasten is the architect of this, folks. He's the one that brought Friedman in. Remember, he was the guy that was the head, was the face, was the main guy that they put right in charge of it. And someone put frickin' Stan Kasten in the Hall of Fame, please. Jeez. The team he built with the Braves was fantastic. A legacy team. They only got one championship, though. He helped put the Nationals together. And now he's brought the Dodgers to, he's elevated that franchise. It's huge, right? It really is. So I would definitely go the Dodgers should heavily keep going, keep spending money, Get Stan Kasten in the Hall of Fame. I'm going to do some stuff. I want to make sure I'm taking advantage of some things here. So, yeah, that's just, let's go, folks, right? Always the deferred salaries are going to age incredibly well, especially with inflation. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Inflation. Now, hopefully inflation's, is calming down a bit for us. In fact, we need, I don't want deflation, but we need some prices to drop. My gosh. Where the things I drink, all the Dr. Pepper crap doubled in price. Let's see. Can you please tell that guy from South Carolina not to mess with Ohtani because the Dodgers Mexican and Central American fan base doesn't play. It is kind of like a religion. Friedman's Palpatine. Let's see. No one's messing with Ohtani except the Dodgers. If you've seen Stan Kasten, he looks like Palpatine. Got his veneers. Him and Freddie got it probably at the same place. Yeah. Yeah, the Royal, the Golden. Friedman, Dave Roberts, Stan Kasten, Janet Marie Smith, they all belong in the Baseball Hall of Fame. I would also say John Suhu. And I think Joe Davis is going to be in the Hall of Fame. I think there's a chance Fernando might get in. People's starting to remember. Yeah, these guys are legendary. They're very good they're really, really good at their jobs. And I think we're going to get more. That's the nice part about it. Okay, I've been doing this for almost 2 hours. My ears, the earphones start to bug me a bit. Sue Ohtani? Huh. Really? Over stolen bases? Huh. Yeah, Ohtani and Yamamoto should go out to Sasaki with Sasaki and have some sake in Japan. Done deal. And also, so is one advantage that the Dodgers have is the weather gets worse in other parts of the country. He's going to go visit them and go to LA and go, oh. But also San Diego has that too. You and Doug belong in the Dodgers Hall of Fame at the very least. Doug and Clint, FRG, for sure. Dodger fans who rag on Friedman are those who quickly forgot about the McCorder. Hey, rag on him all you want. Just you gotta give him credit where credit's due. He hasn't been perfect. I think the Dodgers should have a couple more World Series, and that's on Dave too. But you gotta also go. I'm gonna just go. These guys have been really good. Artie Moreno and Farhan Zaidi. Yeah, Artie Moreno's still there. Farhan's gone. Just insane fools. Sorry, that's a bad term. Moreno's, I don't get it. Farhan just seems to go, I'm going to play like I'm a small team and I'm going to find little nuggets. While the Dodgers are going, say, you know what? We're going to trade for Mookie Betts. Oh, we lost Corey. We're going to sign Freddie Freeman. Even the Trevor Bauer thing, when they signed him, they went hard. The baseball community and the regular folks don't understand what Dodgers mean to the Mexican community. Yeah, and that's why Fernando should be in the Hall of Fame. The impact he made on the Mexican community. That's for sure. It's created a lifelong generational fan base there. GM of the Angels, Perry, yeah. Yeah, the Menashian brothers. One's working for the Giants, one's working for the Angels. I don't know how much Perry's going to be there. BC, let's go. We got 2. Oh yeah, Roberts has he. That's not even a. Fortunately, that's not even an issue anymore. And that's one of the stability factors that comes in that the Dodgers have now. Yeah, I know. I know. Take the Dodgers very seriously. Good. They mean something. They mean something to this. They mean something to people, for sure. Um, yeah, Roberts is good to go. They just got to figure it out. But that's part of the stability that people like Sasaki need to look at. They go, do you want to go to a team that shuffles out a manager every 2-3 years? Do you want to go to a team with knucklehead leadership? Do you want to go to a team that blew a 5-0 lead in a World Series game because they couldn't play basic fundamentals? Is that what you do? Or do you go to a team that has, hey, boy, Stan Kasten, he may be old, but he's been here since 2012. Andrew Friedman's been here since 2014. Dave Roberts has been here since the end of, at the end of 2014. Dave Roberts next year, at the end of 2015. Mookie Betts has a long-term contract. Freddie Freeman's got 3 more years. Shohei Ohtani's got a long-term contract. Will Smith has a long-term contract. That's what you want. Thanks, Norm. Get the logo tattooed on our faces, yeah. Dieter is a Dodger Hall of Famer for sure. He's so good. I love Dieter. I just like playing, listening to his music, and guessing. That's fun. So Roki Sasaki, I've made my sales pitch enough today. It's an easy choice, but it's you, dude. It's on you. You have a chance to join a legendary organization that's playing legendary baseball with legendary baseball players, with a legendary fan base in a legendary stadium with a legendary, just the legacy is amazing. You have a chance to do that. Or you can go with the best uniforms, or you can go to the Padres and play in those butt ugly uniforms. And you could play with a GM that, powered by Zen probably and more. And probably manager, he'll probably get fired in a couple years. That's what the Padres do. And your boy Darvish is going to retire, or he's going to be done soon. So you're going to have a choice, Mr. Roki Sasaki. It's an easy, to me, it's just easy. The only difference is, I mean, I live in San Diego, so I actually like San Diego better than Los Angeles. But we're also turning into the same, we have the same problems as Los Angeles with the homeless. Traffic's only getting worse. Public transportation isn't good enough. But you could play with Shohei Ohtani for the next X amount of years, or you could play with Yu Darvish for the next, how many years? I don't know. 2. Or he's going to break. I mean, it's amazing how well he did, but yeah. All right. I'm going to let's see. Dodgers also take a serious look this season at how so many Dodger pitchers got hurt this season. Yep, if needed, they should hire more training and medical staff to prevent injuries going forward. Yes, and they did say it's 6-man rotation. That has been mentioned by Brandon Gomes. They know there's a problem. It's not just injury-prone players. So Gavin Stone was not an injury-prone player. River Ryan was not an injury-prone player. Emmett Sheehan was not an injury-prone player. Those guys were not injury-prone. They broke them. Edgardo Enriquez has already had Tommy John surgery. They break these guys. They break these young guys. They got to figure that out, and they will. If they sign no high innings pitchers this offseason, guarantee they won't have a full rotation in October for the 4th year in a row. Yep. I know, but that's part of their system is they break people. Yeah, they sign high-risk guys. Totally get it. totally get that. But there's something systematic. There is something systematic that they did, that they have a problem. They're trying to get every little bit of thing. They just got to figure this out. They may have to make a couple compromises here and there with the way they do that. Yeah, Scherzer, that didn't count. He was 37, or 36, 37 years old. That doesn't count. I'm not holding that against the Dodgers. I am holding Walker Buehler for account, though, for what they did to him in 2021 at the end of the season in the playoffs. They pitched him on short rest. I have to hold them to account for that. So, and Dustin May, Tony Gonsolin, just so many pitchers that they've broken. It's terrible. But yeah, Glasnow, they just needed to manage that better. They needed to wait a bit longer before they brought him back. The way they spaced out Yamamoto, the way it worked out really well. I'm not condoning violence, but some Dodger fans are not to mess with. People have left Dodgers. Best lives. Yeah, but I know it's sad though. 2021 fell apart as soon as he went down. Yep. Well, it actually it started to fall apart when Kirsch and Max Muncy went down that last weekend of the season. That was the death knell right there. And everything cratered because of that. Absolutely cratered. A couple decisions here and there, and it was a disaster. I'll have to look at that suit, Mike. That would be, I don't know. We'll have to look at it. I don't know I'll have to look at the context of that a little bit. But yeah, baseball is people are passionate about their team. I'm all in on that. No to the violence, though. That's for sure. No need for that. It is a game. But it has an impact on all of us, right? It's a game that we love. A game that brings some of us together, which is really cool, I think. There's a lot of people I know now in my life that without baseball wouldn't have had that. All right, time to finish it off. So, with the quick closing, the Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. As always, thank you so much for everything you do. For following us. Today was a great day. We got over 1,000 views. Hopefully the likes are going to be up higher. Thanks for the Mr. John Rod for the tips. Appreciate that. And I appreciate everyone for for showing up. So thank you so much. As we like to say to end it, as always, God bless and go Dodgers.